Don't be scared. I've done this before.
Well, hello everybody. Lady Hepcat here. Yes, I'm still around. I've not been out on the bike for fucking ages. But I thought it's going to be mild today, it's going to be mild tonight. So I'm going to go to work on the bike. It's a little bit windy, but it's not too bad. And let's just get in here. Make sure there's no fucking diesel on the road because these fucking buses come out here. Yes, anyway, I got what is it? Tagged, they call it, tagged. A few weeks ago now by the lovely Bex Hornet. Yes, and I haven't written the questions out, so forgive me if I miss anything off. I can't bloody remember half of it anyway. I think one of them was, what got you into biking? Well, I wasn't really interested in biking, to be fair, and hubby said, look, I want to go and do my bike test. What do you fancy having a go yourself? And I said, well, oh, go on then, you know, let's have a laugh. I'd never been fascinated with bikes. I'd like looking at them. I'd like looking at them. That was not the problem. But you know, as for riding them, it wasn't my, you know, I never thought, I didn't say it was my cup of tea, but I didn't have the urge, put it that way. So anyway, hubby said, do you fancy having a go? And I said, well, go on then, it's, you know, let's have a laugh, I'll have a go. Well, I got hooked basically. I went for the CBT and I thought, I like this is quite fun. So, you know, I did it, and it took me a while, I must admit, to pass my test. It took me 3 attempts on the Mod 1. Another biker. And so it took me 3 attempts on the Mod 1, and then Mod 2 I passed on the second. Now, to be perfectly honest, I was doing alright on the first test of my Mod 2 until I got to a junction, and the junction was sort of on a slope and leaning to the left, if that makes sense to you. So of course I stopped and everything, that was fine. But then I couldn't remember whether I was in first gear or not. Oh dear. So I put my head down, looking to my left to check. Silly, I don't know why I did that. And I could feel the bike starting to go. And there was, because it was on a slope, there was no way I was going to control that. And my test man behind me said, just let it go, you're not going to save that, just let it go. So I did. So of course obviously I failed. And obviously then on the second I passed. And I've been hooked ever since, really. So anyway, I think one of the other questions was, if I missed one off, I'm really sorry, but the other question was, what was your first bike? And my first bike was a Triumph T100. It was a lovely bike, and I got it for a very good price. And I wish I'd kept it, really. Instead I bought the Harley. How long have you passed your test for, I think was one of the other questions. I think it was August 2013, I think. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. I'm sure it was 2013. So where was I? Yes, right, okay. Yes. So I think it was August 2013 when I passed my test. First bike I've told you, haven't I? Yes. I think the next one was street bike or off-road or something. Definitely street all the time. I'm not an off-roady type of person. I'm sure it's quite good fun, but not my cup of tea, I'm afraid. I don't know whether there's any more questions or not. I can't remember. But if there is, I'm sorry if I've forgotten one. As I say, it was my husband that got me into biking. It wasn't me. But I'm glad he did, to be honest, because it's a bit jittery, my bike, today. I don't know why. Yes, off to work I go. No, I'm not leaving it out here.